we are in 733 Romeo Yankee taking off today out of Raymond. Haven't been over here in a while. We've been flying out of Madison, Mississippi. Now we're flying out of Raymond, where I did my training in the aircraft that started it all. The first Cessna 172 I ever took up. We are going to run up to Grenada, Mississippi, which is Golf November Foxtrot, and see if we can't look at a neat airport and have some fun. It's a longer flight, about an hour up, an hour back, the way this flight plans so far, so we'll see if I can keep my cameras going the whole time, but that could be fun to do. And we'll get some flight following, get up with ATC, see how the plane runs, see how everything goes. We got oil pressure looking good, we've got oil temps up, we've got a full tank of gas. John Bowie, confirm traffic. Skyhawk 733 Romeo Yankee is departing runway 30 to the north. John Bell.
And John Bell Williams traffic. Douglas 33 Victor Whiskey is 10 miles to the east inbound. The straight in 30.
All right. Don't see anybody on final. There's nobody on the runway. Do have somebody out there turning out to the right.
Raymond Williams traffic 515 Quebec, 10 miles to the northeast, across midfield for runway 30, Raymond Williams.
All right, so we'll keep an eye on him. I think that I may not have set is this, but we'll worry about that in a minute. All right, 30 on the compass, 30 on the DG. Gonna put our feet on the floor and go. Airspeed's alive. Gauges are green. 55 and rotate. And we're up. Go up at about 75, hold runway heading. Get up to about 500 feet above the airfield and turn it out to the right. John Boeing, traffic, Skyhawk 733 Romeo Yankees, up off 30. We are turning out to the right to a northerly heading, John Bell.
John Bell Williams, 8 at Echo. We're actually just going to be maneuvering just north of the field at pattern altitude around 1500.
All right, we'll keep an eye out for you through Romeo Yankee. All right, we can see the tire plant out under us here. Gonna see if we can catch him maneuvering. Got the city of Clinton. Isn't that right? Clinton, Clinton, Mississippi sitting out there. So we come through 1,800 feet. We're about on our heading now. Just make sure I see him. All right, I see him low.
John Bell Williams traffic, Douglas 33 Victor Whiskey, 3 mile final, 30, John Bell Williams.
John Boeing traffic, Skyhawk 733 Romeo Yankee is crossing I-20 to the north of the airfield. We're at 2,500. I've got the low traffic in sight, and I am switching frequencies. John Bell.
And Echo, we appreciate it.
Jackson approach, Skyhawk 733 Romeo Yankee with a VFR request.
Skyhawk 733 Romeo Yankee, Jackson approach.
733 Romeo Yankee is about 3 miles north of Raymond. We'd like to get flight following up to Golf November Foxtrot, Grenada. And we're a type Cessna 172. We're going to go at 5,500.
Cessna 3 Romeo Yankee, Roger, squawk 5544.
All right, 5544 for 3 Romeo Yankee.
Cessna 3 Romeo Yankee, radar contact 5 miles north of Raymond, Jackson, altimeter 3027, and verify climbing out of 3,400.
That's affirmative, 3,400 and 27 on the altimeter. So what may be true about 3 Romeo Yankee is that it's got
Roger, I'll have a new squawk code for you here in about a minute.
a slightly better view than some of the other airplanes I get in. Look at this. Nice clear windows, not out the back, but out the side here. Some bugs, but going up. Decided to go at 5,500 feet. All right. Quit doing that. We can see the reservoir out there. And the Jackson metro area. Downtown Jackson over here. You can see, might be able to see, let's see. The, yeah, so that strip out there, right on
2276, what's your requested altitude?
right on the left there is Jackson International Airport, downtown Jackson in here. In there, and that's probably Fonder in the hospitals, I guess. Madison up there where we fly out of. Very cool. All right, let's fly the airplane time. So one of the reasons that I wanted to go at a slightly higher altitude today is I figured, A, it's a little easier to see, you know, new airfields, things I haven't seen before. It's a little more of a vantage point up here to set up and look, a little bit safer because
2276, contact Memphis Center 132.5. Good day.
Because we do have more glide, you know, that we can get in, and why not? It's a little longer of a trip, so that's kind of worth checking out as well. All right, so for cruise, we're going to set our power. We're setting that at about 2,500 RPMs. We are going to lean out. 102 knots over the ground, about 117, 118 miles per hour. Says our ETA is 43 minutes. The Grenada, we should see Greenwood Airport on our way up here, which is a relatively large airport. We should be able to see Yazoo City over here somewhere. It's 871.
Cessna 733 Romeo Yankee, contact Memphis Center 132.5. Have a great flight.
132.5 for 733 Romeo Yankee. Thanks for your help. Memphis Center Skyhawk 733 Romeo Yankee is level 5,500.
733 Romeo Yankee, Memphis Center, Greenwood, altimeter 3029.
29 on the altimeter for 3 Romeo Yankee. Memphis Center Skyhawk 733 Romeo Yankee, we have Grenada in sight.
For 3 Romeo Yankee, Roger, radar service terminated, squawk VFR, frequency change is approved. Good day.
All right, frequency change approved for 3 Romeo Yankee. Thanks for your help. Grenada Municipal Traffic, Skyhawk 733 Romeo Yankee is 16 miles to the south. We will overfly the airfield and enter the downwind runway 31, Grenada. All right, so our Mixture is going to be richened. We're going to make sure that our fuel is on both, which it is. We'll do carb heat as required here.
Cherokee 4468 Juliet, I am 20 miles to the southeast of the airfield, maneuvering at 4,500.
You can see a lot out here, beautiful trees. We have got our pre-landing, which is we're going to check the brakes.
It's out there, park traffic. RV 477 Bill Charlie, expressing 2 miles southwest, 1,400 meter left downwind, landing 25, it's south.
All right, seatbelts on, autopilot is off, mixture is best power, carb heats, could use. Fuel's on both, well if flaps is required. Grenada traffic, Skyhawk 733 Romeo Yankee is 5 miles to the southwest of the airfield. We're going to 45 for the downwind, runway 31, Grenada. You know what I could have done here is actually just taken my base right now. There doesn't seem to be anybody in the pattern. Something to think about in the future. You don't always have to fly the pattern. It's nice to. Nice to fly the pattern. Looks like we've got runway 04 right here, which makes sense, which has a 22 coming back toward us. Alrighty, let us turn this to the right, nobody to the left. Coming in midfield. Keep the nose up. Bring the speed down. Red traffic, Skyhawk 733 Romeo Yankee is on a 45 for the downwind runway 31. Turning downwind now, 3 Romeo Yankee for Grenada traffic. Alright. Here, 1.5 miles out. That's 1-3, this is 3-1. We're on to 1-3. Get down to pattern altitude, which is 1200. Carb heat is out. Gas, lights are on. Undercarriage is fixed. Mixture is full riched. Prop is full forward. And pattern altitude is a little lower than this. Let's come in here for our bomber pattern and first notch of flaps. Down to 1500 RPMs. Don't see anybody trying a straight in final. Don't see anybody in the pattern. Lose a little altitude. 1200 is about what we do at the home field, so bring her around at around 1,000 feet. Grenada traffic, Skyhawk 733 Romeo Yankees, turning left, base runway 31, Grenada. Be about 030. Be like 040 is what's true here. This lake seems to be down a little bit. Alright, second notch of flaps. Slower down, we're at 70, which is nice. Don't know if we have a pappy down here. Do have some things burning. Alright, 800, 65 knots. We could go a little faster than that. Nobody on final. Second notch of flaps, turn to final. Grenada traffic, Skyhawk 733 Romeo Yankees, turning final runway 31, Grenada. Oh, there's a little pappy there, okay. Too light pappy, we got some birds that we do not need to freak out. Alright, that's glide slope. Don't have any appreciable wind to worry about, so we need to keep our speeds where they are. This bird not to come up on us. Alright, nice wide runway. On glide slope. Coming in over these trees. 65 knots. Wide runway. And we're clear of the trees. Put in that final notch of flaps. Slow her down, we're at 60. We're keeping the 3-1 dialed in here on the runway. And then we will take up center line. Pull the power. Of course, I do everything but remember to actually turn on the cameras for takeoff, so you can at least see this departure from Grenada. Some kind of a plant down there. It's pretty interesting. You can see the airport. Coming around to our course of 201 is what we're headed for. See that lake out there? Kind of a treatment plant. Meta Center, Skyhawk 733, Romeo Yankee, VFR request.
Number 733, Romeo Yankee, squawk 567.
You broke up there again. Could you give me that squawk again? 3 Romeo Yankee.
5667.
5667 for 3 Romeo Yankee. 3 Romeo Yankee is a Cessna 172. We'd like flight following to Juliet Victor Whiskey, and we're going to go at 4,500.
Roger.
All right, so we got a little bit of a tailwind now. We are cruising at 100, 405.
5535, back to Grenada, altimeter 3026.
Nautical miles per hour, but our ground speed is 110. Translates to about 125 miles per hour. Not too bad. Not too bad, an old 3 Romeo Yankee. Well, so the Grenada FBO does not have a men's room, which would have been nice. Did not have a NABS machine. Did not have anything. I need to start remembering to bring food with me. But we've got, let's see, we've got an estimate 47 minutes if I stay on course. We go 86 nautical miles. We will probably have a little darkness for ourselves here. Lights are on. Goes to show you what spatial disorientation can be like. You can look down at flight for too long, turn the aircraft, and not notice you're turning. All right, we're going to practice holding our heading on the way back here. We've got a nice little tailwind. We're supposed to be going 199 direct. Going 200. Everything's lining up. We need to keep our altitude in the right place. Trim that out a little bit. Going down pretty quickly. 520 or so about 30 minutes of civil twilight, which means that when we come in to land at Juliet Victor Whiskey, then we should be able to notch a night landing. Probably can't see it on camera. Hopefully I can get the nose up. Bring it in soft and sweet. Stay on target. Stay on target. Very pretty up here. The sun just went down. see a fair bit out here. All right, we're out here at the toward the end of the reservoir now. I think we can see. The beacon there for, yeah, blue, white. See that one for Madison out there. If we turn our eyes another direction, we should be seeing Jackson out that way. Sky traffic.
Airport. Automated weather observation. 2, 3, 4, 6, Zulu. Wind, calm, visibility, more than 10. Sky condition, clear, below 12,000. Temperature, 7 Celsius. Dew point, -3 Celsius. Altimeter, 3025 inches of mercury.
All right, since we're hauling ass, we are about 13 miles from the airfield. Coming over Root Hog. That should be the tire plant right there. So the airfield is right there. Jackson approach, Skyhawk 733 Romeo Yankee. We've got Raymond in sight.
Romeo Yankee, no traffic up to you in Raymond Airport. Radar servicing with Squawk VFR, for safe.
All right, Squawk and VFR, thanks for your help tonight. All right, so for our descent checklist, we are going to take our mixture to rich, pull our engine back, make sure our fuel is on both, got all of our lights on, go ahead and turn our landing light on, and start to descend. If we go down below, I need to turn on that. Air traffic Skyhawk 733 Romeo Yankee is 10 miles to the north of the airfield. We're going to overfly and enter the downwind runway 30. All right, carb heat is out.
Wind, calm, visibility, more than 10. Sky condition, clear, below 12,000. Temperature, 7 Celsius. Dew point, -2 Celsius. Altimeter, 3026 inches of mercury.
So our pattern altitude out here is going to be 1,200 feet. We are going to fly over the airfield, enter the right downwind, enter the left downwind for runway 30, execute a pattern, come in at good speed, and we're going to try to hold the nose off a little better than we did before. Do not think I've got a camera out there. Got a camera in here. We'll get this landing. Nighttime. Nighttime is the right time. Alright, pre-landing checklist. Let's check the brakes. They seem to work. Landing light is on. Autopilot is off. Seatbelts and harnesses. Mixture is full rich. Gas is on both. Carb heat is on, and we'll do flaps as required. And thinking about our towers out here, staying at 1,700 feet as we come over the interstates. We do have our TV road towers out there, as you probably see out the front of the aircraft. They're lit up. Go up to about 2,600 feet, I think. Traffic Skyhawk 733 Romeo Yankee is 3 miles to the north of the airfield. We're going to overfly and enter the downwind for runway 30. Raymond. 1-2. And righted traffic pattern altitude. Trim her out, slow her down a little bit. Come over to 1-2. Little tight. A little further out here. And we are beam the touchdown point, so we've got the carb heat out, we've got plenty of room for flaps, put in that first notch of flaps at about 1500 RPM. Gas is on both. Lights are on. Undercarriage is fixed. Mixture is full rich. Prop is full forward. Seatbelts on. Switches are set. We are right at 1,000 feet. And we'll get out to our 45 here in a second, and then get a little more speed going. And that's 45, so we will turn that. John Bowie, Raymond traffic, Skyhawk 733 Romeo Yankee is turning a left base for runway 30, John Bell. Come around to 030, and we'll put in our second notch of flaps. Eye on that runway, we're at 65 knots now, which is pretty slow. Second notch of flaps. Pull a little power. Go a little bit high. Keep that nose down. John Boy, German traffic, Skyhawk 733 Romeo Yankees turning final, runway 30, jump out. Alright, 65 knots. We're high. Come around. We are okay on glide slope, but high. Alright, run one red, one white is good. And come in with runway made. That final notch of flaps. Well, that was pretty smooth, kind of babied her in there. Put her down, you could feel the tires kind of touch.
Raymond traffic, hook up 111. Circle 4 miles to the south inbound for runway 12 Raymond.
Raymond traffic, Skyhawk 733 Romeo Yankee is clear of the active. And one of the most important parts of not screwing up putting the plane away is to pay attention and to do a good job lining her up and then stop and check as many times as I need to before getting ahead of myself. That's what we're going to do. Thanks for coming along. Subscribe, like this video. Much more to come. We're going to get back up in 3 Romeo Yankee, I hope, because I really enjoyed that. It's been good to be back with her. All right, y'all take care.